from the Omosuwalo campaign team of the CPP. And we want to also thank all of our partisans and friends who continue to give us the needed support as we go along. Distinguished member of the press, Liberia populace, I'm happy on behalf of the campaign team to report to you that we have up-to-date talent in our war room. Out of the 1,983 polling places in Omosuwalo County, we have tallied into our system 1,613. There's a difference of 370. The 370 constitute the remaining polling places that we will be entering or that is being entered into the system. We have to move our war room from Bento almost every day to give you briefing. Immediately after this press conference, we're going to be going back to Bento, where our war room is located. So 370 polling places. These 370 polling places record of count are in our possession. So meaning that we have all of the 1,983 polling places record of count in our possession. As you have seen on the screen, we are in a commanding lead. The vote difference between we and our closer opponent from the ruling establishment is 75,650 votes. We again, our closer opponent with 75,650 votes. The percentage difference, we have about 64% of our total vote tallied in our war room. These results are intended to assure our people continuously that we have won these elections in Omosuwalo County, and that Senator Dillion is irreversibly the next senator of Omosuwalo County. And the campaign team will continue to extend thanks and appreciation first to our voters who took up the time to go and vote and have Senator Dillion re-elected. We would also like to thank our hard-working campaign management team, who watch us, who supervise us, and our monitors and data entry team, who ensure that we are where we are today. We also like to thank especially our security team headed by Samuel Zavi, who protected every ballot paper. We have them in our possession. Role cannot be overly emphasized. We think without you, the public will remain in darkness. I want to say thank you. We also want to, on behalf of the CPP, give you some updates from the remaining 14 counties. We are quite confident, given information coming from our war rooms in the other counties, that we have won Lofa County, we have won Bone County, we have won Grand Bassa County, we have won Grand Kidman County, we have won River G County, and we are in a commanding and comfortable lead in Nimba County. And We also like to inform you that information coming from Nima County is quite interesting. But we would like to state for the record that the CPP remain very vigilant on the Nima issue. As we are aware, there are a couple of communities in the B region for which NEC is to conduct elections on this Tuesday. The CPP campaign team has instructed a good number of its technical team to direct a focus in Nima County. Also, a good number of the mobilization team to direct a focus in Nima County. We are quite confident by the time they begin to tally the votes from lower Nima County, our candidate Mana Ide Gongro where we win Nima very big. We are also aware of attempt to manipulate the ballots in Nima County. We are aware on our alert, we have dispatched our security team to ensure that every vote counts and that the express will of the people of Nima County come to pass. Nothing going to change it, like nothing will change the express will of the people in Mosurado counties, Grand Bassa County, Lofa County, Bon County, Grand Cayman County, and River G counties, and the rest of the county. We are quite confident that the remaining counties, our teams are there working around the clock to ensure that we have victory in these remaining counties. I'm confident that CPP will win nothing less than 10 of the senatorial seats by the end of the term. Let me state again, the express of the will of the people cannot be overturned. Nowhere on planet Earth will change the result in Mosurado County. Nowhere on, because we have all of our tally sheet, all of the records of count. Nowhere in Lofa County will change the result. Nowhere in Bon County will change the result. Nowhere in Grand Bassa County, Grand Cayman County, and River G County, Nima counties will change the result. We are quite confident that this government and the NEC understands, like I usually say, the consequences and the risks associated with manipulating these elections. Let me also say that the campaign team regret the situation yesterday that occurred in front of the offices of the Liberty Party, where a car in a presidential convoy left the road, came on the side immediately after the pronouncement by NEC, and the president was leaving his residence in the Pinsville area. A car in his convoy came on the road, left the road, and came on the sidewalk where there was jubilation about from the pronouncement from NEC about Senator they don't lead in the elections in Mosurado County. Came on the sidewalk, and the press can go and see evidently what I'm talking about. Came on the sidewalk and broke the legs of one of our supporters. This is quite frustrating. The president has a lot to do. The president has a lot on his plate. What happened yesterday was quite disappointing. And I think that this government needs to do more to ensure that the peace and stability of this country remain. Our supporters were getting angry yesterday and taken to the streets in retaliation, because right now we are not safe anymore. Why would the president convoy leave the road and come on the sidewalk to hit a crowd of jubilating people only because it's a crowd of opposition? The same presidential convoy passed before the CDC headquarters with a lot of crowd and took a time and drove through the CDC headquarters slowly, because they recognizes that they were Liberian at the CDC headquarters. The same presidential convoy could not do the same for a crowd that were jubilating at one of the offices of the opposition political party. It's a shame on this government. It's a shame on President Weah. It's a shame on our security sector. And it's very troubling. We need to take the appropriate steps. Lives have been lost here mysteriously. People are not getting paid. The reckless manner in which this government is managing this country will continue to put the people against them. And because of the way they are managing this country, the mysterious death of a lot of people, civil servants are not getting paid on time. $16 billion missing no account. $25 million mobile SSR zero. And all of these other issues, including a presidential convoy vehicle leaving the road to break a jubilant partisan along the roadside. All of those things were manifested through the ballot box. This is the result that this government is getting. This is the result that President Weah is getting. And President Weah needs to be mindful about the people around him. They are not helping him. We want peace in this country. We think if President Weah succeeds, we will succeed. The country will succeed. And this is why those of us from the opposition bloc, especially the collaborating political party, have always flagged up issue of national concern and issue that threaten the peace and security of this country. We think President Weah should do more. He needs to rethink the governance of this country. The people are suffering. And we want to say thank you to those who came to make some intervention yesterday, beginning with our own Liberty Party chairman and the Secretary General of the Liberty Party, who immediately went to the hospital to attend to the partisan who was hit by the presidential convoy and whose legs were broken. Also want to say thank you to Senator Dillion, who spoke with the family, who made some attempts to go to the, first he went to the Cali hospital, later on to the, and was on his way to the ELA hospital when we were informed that the partisan, our supporter, was taken in the emergency room. And so there wouldn't be any way for Senator Dillion to see him. But he spoke with the family and he said that he's committed to doing everything in his power. We want to thank government parastatals that came also to intervene. But this is troubling for our country. We cannot do partisan business with the security sector. Least to mention that a vehicle in the presidential convoy should leave the road in the name of protecting the president to come on the sidewalk and injure the citizen whom the presidents are governing. It would have been a disaster yesterday. There were so many people along the road. But thank God that he spared the lives of those people. Thank you again. You can look at the board there and see that saying that they don't have 167,926 votes, which constitutes 63% of the total votes that have been inputted in our system. And then our closest opponent, which is Thomas Father of the CDC, has 92,279 votes, which is 34% of the total votes. We can safely say that the remaining 370 polling places, we have more than 80% of the vote in these areas just by reviewing them. As our data entry people enter our data, we are confident that we will win these elections with over 125,000 votes. Again, thank you. We will give you regular updates to ensure that our people are informed and that NEC knows that we are on top of our game and that nobody can tamper with these elections, because to do so the will of the people will be manifested seriously, and that is something that we don't have control over. Thank you. Two or three.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen of the press, we will take at most 2 questions. At most 2. So let me recognize Tugle from OKFM.
Thank you so much.